Hey friends, welcome back to my channel, NBC Lifestyles Diary. My name is Marie. I live in New York and I love traveling, fashion, and cultural events. And I'm asking you to join me on the adventure. Today is Saturday in Cartagena and we're visiting the walled city. We're walking around and we're looking at the colonial buildings of the time and the poshness of the walled city. We've also visited a jewelry store because Colombia is famous for its emeralds. We've stopped at a park to get a breeze. It's pretty hot out there. I forgot to mention, Cartagena is hot. And since we came earlier in the week when it had been raining, we hadn't really been experiencing the direct sun. But today, as we rushed out into the beautiful sunshine, we definitely understood we were closer to the equator and felt hot. I wish I had been carrying around a water bottle, but I wasn't, so I was parched. As you walk around the walled city, there's a lot to see, and I was quite amazed at this person standing there as a statue, all in black, in direct sunlight. I felt so sorry for him. I had to give him a tip, but he put on quite a good show. We continued to walk around and I went into a store and got some authentic Colombian coffee. It smelled wonderful and I bought some for home. But look at this guy, it's amazing. And he's depicting the fishermen. That's still going on. I still saw that as I was driving from the airport. There are a lot of free walking tours of Cartagena, but I'm sure the people rely on you to give them a tip for all this information. So here we are coming upon a group, and they were admiring the doors of the colonial home and the big door knockers that they are, and how deceiving these homes look, because they look very simple and you presume that they're small. When I went back to look, it was pretty grand inside, and I thought that it was an open museum or a place I could take a tour. It was somebody's private home. They were kind enough to let me take a picture in the doorway. As we walked towards the city, we got towards the wall that is facing the beach or the ocean, and we climbed to the top, hoping to catch a breeze. This wall is called La Heroica, and the city is walled because it was subjugated to many attacks by pirates. As I said, it was a rich port city. So they had the cannons, they had people on the lookout because attacks were either coming from pirates or competing European countries such as England or France. As I've stated, it's hot, so if you've noticed, in the course of this walk, I've purchased a hat, and I saw one of the ladies from Planca and took a picture with her. It was so hot, we dipped into this museum for shelter from the heat. The name of this museum is the Naval Museum of the Caribbean. In Cartagena, Colombia, it's located in the 16th century area within the walled city, and between the bastion of St. Francisco Javier and the Museum and Church of St. Pedro Claver. The Naval Museum of the Caribbean has permanent exhibits relating to the military naval history of Cartagena de India, universal navigation, the Colombian Navy, including current times. The museum has two large wings, nearly a football field in length, separated by two garden patios and a stairwell leading to the second floor. The west wing, called the Colonial Wing, was constructed the first part of the 17th century. It served as the first school in the Americas for the Society of Jesuits, who were later expelled from all dominions of King Charles III of Spain. Later, between 1768 and 1885, the building served as the Hospital of San Juan de God. The eastern wing of the museum is called the Republican Wing. Constructed in the early 1900s, it quartered the 1st Battalion of the newly created Colombian Marines. In 1984, the Colombian Navy, the Jesuits, and several local leaders combined efforts, and in 1985, the OAS, Organization of American States, and Carismos, Organization of the Great Caribbean for Monuments and Sites, approved the proposal, which was offered by the Ambassador of Colombia to the Dominican Republic, Mauricio Obregon. The proposal called for the creation of the Naval Museum for all the Caribbean. In 1986, at the International Meeting of Commissioners representing the 5th centenary of America, the project was approved. On February 26, 1988, the Foundation Naval Museum of the Caribbean was formally established. After we left the museum, we continued walking. I've been eating a lot of fish in Cartagena and suddenly had a desire for a burger. And guess what? Alma showed that they were serving the best burgers in town, and it was delicious. So this was at the Alma Hotel in their beautiful restaurant, and you didn't have to choose between potatoes and onion rings. They served you both. What a pleasant afternoon with delicious desserts. On Sunday, we had another beautiful day. It was sunny, and we wanted to enjoy that because it tended to rain in the afternoons. This time we stuck in our neighborhood. We got to see it during the day. We stopped by an art gallery. We got a better look at the murals. We saw our neighborhood during the day, and it was very pleasant. We learned a few things about the graffiti in this neighborhood, and they represent the people in the neighborhood, and they're painted by local artists. For instance, there's a mural of an older woman, and that woman was a real person that lived in the neighborhood. Her name was Dominga, and chances are they'll mention something about her dementia-induced and sometimes comical daily wanderings through the streets of Getsemani. Today she lives upon this wall until the paint fades. So the neighborhood became her caretaker. There's pictures of 3 women that were painted by the Irish street artist Finn DAC, and he got people in the community to submit their pictures. That's on the wall. The walking tour is so informative, and it brings the neighborhood to life. As I continued walking, I came to the heart of the neighborhood, and that's La Plaza Trinidad, or Trinity Plaza. And it's the first time I'm seeing it during the day, and it's really very quiet. It looks like a traditional church plaza. The food stands are gone, the dancers, the musicians. It's quite a different atmosphere, but you get to see the beauty of the plaza. The sun was hot, I was dehydrated, and fortunately we fell upon Osh, Open Social House. What a beautiful restaurant. It's a wonderful concept And you can see the faith they have in the growing tourism, because this hotel was huge. We were sitting there, we were in a very big dining space, and behind the bar we could see the pool. I would stay here next time. The food, of course, was delicious. As I've stated before, I was not disappointed by any meal in Colombia. We walked some more and took the iconic shots of the umbrella street, and it was really beautiful. And I'm glad we got such a beautiful view. Please remember, subscribe, like, and share. And please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it.